Hello guys, welcome to my channel. In this video I'm going to cover how to encrypt and decrypt your data, your files, so that you can store them in Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever you use through the command line. Now I'm referring to the Linux command line, right? So these are bash scripts that might work in macOS, I have no idea. They might work in OpenBSD, I guess, if you install bash. So let's see how I do it, because I think just using GPG, is really inconvenient, because if it's a directory, you have to first compress it, and you have to remember all the right parameters and such, all the right flags. Not so with the scripts that I'm going to show you today. So here in my downloads folder, you can see that I have an i.png, right? You can see it's just an image. And then I have some directory that has some file. Okay, those are the two things that I have. And so how do I encrypt? Well, I say encrypt, right? And it's awesome, right? We just encrypt the file. We type a super strong password. I will complain that our password is too strong, right? And then we can see that we have our DPG file, right? i.png, right? DPG symmetrically encrypted data. Okay, how do we decrypt this? Well, we decrypt, right? Like some would want, right? Like this is the only way that you're going to do it if you want to do it from the command line, right? Like if it is convenient. If it's not convenient, you're not going to do it. You're going to be lazy, and the big brother is going to see all your files. So let's make it convenient. Encrypt, decrypt. We type in the password, done. Okay, we can see that we successfully recovered the file. Okay, easy peasy. Now, what happens if we want to encrypt a directory? As I said, we need to tar the file and so forth. Not so with this script, right? This admittedly easy and simple script. We just encrypt some there. Doesn't matter if we have the trailing backslash. We could type full paths, but it will ignore the last the last slash. I don't know if I say backslash, but slash, right? And then we could, of course, add just for fun the i.png, or we could have done like encrypt star, right? Regardless of how you call it, it will go file by file or directory by directory. So we will have to type twice the super strong password, right? One for each thing we want to encrypt. And done, right? Here we can see that I have a tar.gc.png. Okay, you can't see like when I highlighted it, but you can see that it's tarred, right? And so again, if we want to decrypt, we just go ahead and type in all the stuff. Okay, and let's see if that worked. It seemed to work. i.png, okay. ls some there. We have some file inside it. Okay, great. So you can see, right, it's as convenient as it can possibly be. The reason why I make it so that you have to type in the password many times is because if you are encrypting big files, right, you likely just want to access one then, right, afterwards. And so you don't need to decrypt everything, right, because it could take some time. So if you want to encrypt all the files together, you can always create a folder and put them into the folder, right? All right, so let's see how this works. These are very short scripts, as you might imagine, but I figured, it's cool with this sensitive things to understand what is going on, right? So let's see, encrypt. Okay, you can see 13 lines of code. Not really much going on here. We just iterate over all the parameters, and we remove the, as I said, the last slash, right, in case there is one. Then I test whether it's a directory and whether it exists. And then if it is, then we have to first of all call tar, right? We create the tar GC, and then if that succeeds, then we encrypt it, okay? And then we remove the original directory, right? So please, 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 before using my scripts, make sure that they work as intended for you. So make copies first. If you find any bugs, do tell me. There will be links in the description. So hit me up on GitHub and I will fix them as soon as possible. Anyways, after that is done, we remove the .tar.gc file. And in case it's just a simple file, maybe here it should be an F instead of an E, right? Maybe we want it to be a regular file, like so. And then if it exists, then we call GPG over it and we're done, okay? So, and then what about the decrypt? Okay, the decrypt is pretty much the same, but in reverse. We first of all look that there are files that they exist, and they are GPG files. Okay, then we call GPG over a .gpg file, and it is smart, so it knows that then it has to unencrypt or decrypt, and then if that succeeds, we removed it. Then we just get the unencrypted file name. Okay, so we remove the .gpg and we test whether it's a tar.gc, right? Because we might still need to uncompress it. And if so, we just go ahead and do it and we remove the .tar.gc so that we have only the directory remaining. And of course, if it's not a GPG file or it doesn't exist or it's not a regular file, whatever, it will just print a message that is going to ignore your thing. But that's pretty much it. There's not much going on here, so I hope the code is correct. And I hope you find it useful and you start using it. Okay? All right. Let me know what you think in the comments below and see you next time.